Y'all seen the title of my video. And I said the title of my video, I put that I'm that friend that boyfriends and husbands love to hate. I have to look down on my notepad here, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, look at, got the green to match the green. What is this, blue, green? No, it's green. I'm not colorblind. Anyway, y'all seen the title, I'm that friend that the boyfriends and husbands love to hate. Let's get into it. So, I was walking around the house today, and I was like, dang, I gotta record something. And I was trying to think about, like, what am I gonna record? And it's so funny because this topic, like, pow, like, just popped up in my head. So I was like, all right, so let's do it. So I wrote some things down, and the reason why I titled this video, I'm that friend that the boyfriend and the husband loves to hate. So a lot of women, y'all probably watch this video, and y'all can probably relate to what I'm saying. Okay? All right. So, love. Okay? A lot of my friends, their boyfriends, their husbands, I get along great with, right? Because y'all know that I used to box. I boxed for I want to say about 7 years. I did that for the longest time, so I was a boxer. So when it comes to any types of sports, like football, soccer, anything, we can talk about it. I'm super, super cool. I love sports. I'm real laid back. A lot of men, they love sports. And when they find another woman that has, that type of love for sports, that's cool too. And so that's the main thing, is the sports, you know what I mean? And plus, it's another reason is why I say the love part, why my friends, husbands, and boyfriends love me, is because I'm very laid back. You know what I mean? It's you know how most women they be tripping over everything. Honestly, I am one of the most laid back woman that you will ever meet. I don't like all that nagging. I don't like all that tripping. I don't like none of that. I'm the friend that if you're tripping, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just relax. It's not even that serious. Just sit down and have a conversation with them. You're having a problem or something like that, talk to them. And then, I don't know, it's kind of weird because, my friends' boyfriends, most definitely in high schools, they'll come through to the house. I was just that friend. They'll come through to the house. Hey, what's up, my show? You want to get in the car and just ride with me? You know what I mean? So we'll play E40, all types of different things like that. Everything snap your fingers, do your style, all that stuff. And we'll be in the car and we'll be just we'll just be rolling, just driving around, because that's something that we used to do back in high school. I don't know if everybody else used to do that. We used to get in the car, drive around, always go to McDonald's. I love McDonald's sweet tea. So they're like, you want to go to McDonald's? I'm like, cool, shoot. I got some change on me, different things like that. And so when we're in the car, they'll start talking about my friends, and they'll tell me the issues and everything, that they're having and all that stuff. And me, I'm the type of person, I love to listen. I'll talk. If you ask for my advice, I'll give you my advice. But I love to listen, because I feel sometimes people just need to vent and get it off their chest. But and I always ask people, I'm like, do you want me to just listen, or are you at the end? I'm like, do you want me to just listen, or do you want me to tell you my advice? You know what I mean? So they will tell me you know her real well, y'all close, you know what I mean? What should I do, or can you talk to her for me, and different things like that. And you already know with your best friends or your really good friends, you already know what's going on in a relationship. So I'm not the type to be bro, she said she ain't messing with you no more. I'm not the type to do that. So I listen, I'm like, hey, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should sit down and talk to her, or maybe you should ask her what is it that you do that makes her upset, different things like that. And so they'll always come for advice. And I'm actually pretty good at giving advice. I mean, I'm not no expert or nothing like that, but I think from experiences and different things that I went through, I could tell somebody something because I've been through something. If you ain't been through nothing, you can't help nobody. So that's another thing. Another thing is that I am honest. You know what I mean? A lot of people and this is crazy. It's not crazy, but a lot of things that my friends, boyfriends, or husbands, they come and they tell me something. I do not go back and repeat it to my friend. They tell me something, that's between me and them when it comes to my friends. Okay? That's between me and them. They tell me, hey, don't tell her, but this is how I'm feeling, or this and this and this. I just listen. You know what I'm saying? And then from that, then I talk to them, and then I give them good advice, and then they go back and they tell my friend, and then look, back good. I've been in a relationship for a very long time. We went through everything, a whole bunch of stuff, good and bad. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, I know a little bit of something, okay? So then another thing is that this is now let's talk about the hate. So let me tell you why the boyfriends and the husbands. Hate is a very strong word. My brother, Miles, my best friend, he told me that today. He's like, hate is a very strong word. I don't like that, or I dislike that person, but I'm not going to say I hate them because I don't have hate in my heart. So I'm not going to say hate, but let me take that back. So the reason why they dislike me, and I wrote this down because this was so funny. My friend, she called me. She was like, hey, I was on the phone talking to my boyfriend. He said, every time you talk to my show, you always want to call my phone and always talk about all this woman empowerment. And you always want to tell me what you're not going to tolerate and what you're not going to put up with. Yes. Like, what you mean? Tell him. Like, what you mean? Like, my friends already know. When it comes to tolerance in relationships, I have this much. I have this much. I'm not going to lie. I have this much. Because I feel like what I'm giving is what I expect for you to give back, right? And like a marriage or a relationship, like before we decide that we gonna commit, right? We gonna sit down and we gonna tell you what I'll tolerate and what I'm not gonna tolerate. You're gonna tell me what you're gonna tolerate and what you're not gonna tolerate, okay? That's the first thing that we gotta do because I don't have no tolerance. I don't. So when my friends call me, I tell them, like, you know, they say, oh, like, you know, I feel like he doesn't appreciate me or he don't respect me and different things like that. And I give them the best advice all the time. Like, I'm like, first of all, you got to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't love yourself and you don't respect yourself, that man's not going to respect nothing. You know what I mean? You let him run over you, he's always going to do that. You got to set the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You got to let him know what you're going to tell what you're not going to tolerate. So my friends will call me, I'm like, no. We not tolerating this. Know who you are. You are beautiful. You're independent. You don't need no man. At the end of the day, who pay your bills? Me. Who pays your car payment? Me. Who gets up every day and goes to work? Me. Who takes care of you and your kids? Me. So who is here to bring you any? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. So when you call me, I'm just gonna politely remind you who you are. Okay? So I would do that to my friends. I will politely remind them who they are, right? And so they'll go back and talk to the boyfriends, talk to the husbands, and their husbands and boyfriends will get mad because they feel like I'm like filling their heads with all this nonsense. And I'm like, no, I'm not, bro. You think that you got them brainwashed. You got them brainwashed, bro. Like you're telling them all the lies. You're making all these stories up. You're having them believe everything that you're telling them. And I'm just outside looking in like, bro, look at the picture. The signs are there. Like, the signs are there. I don't have to, it don't take no scientist to look and discover what's going on. So I'll bring that to my friends' attention. My friends will go back and tell their husbands or their boyfriends what I said. Why they say what I said, I don't know. And then I'm the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. It's just that I'm up on game. I know game. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, my dad, like, he schooled me. Like, he said, like, you know what I mean? He always told me, like, you're not going to grow up to be no weak female. You're not going to grow up to be no weak woman. So he will always keep me up on game. So when it comes to men, like, I'm sorry. I could see right through you. I know. Like, you can't, I was going to say you can't play a player, but I'm not no player anymore. I've been married for 10 years, so I'm not no player. But before I was married, come on now. Like, the player knows the freaking game. Like, you can't, come on, bro. I can't be schooled. I know it, and it bothers me. It bothers me because I can talk to a man, right, for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I can tell you everything about him. I can tell you everything about him. Honestly, that's with anybody, honestly. Like, I got that gift. Like, I can read people very, very well. And sometimes I really don't like having that gift because sometimes, like, when people ask me, oh, what do you think about that person? And I know, like, they really want to be that person's friend, or they're really, like, seeking a relationship or something like that. I feel like I'm the bearer of bad news because I got to tell you, like, bro, this is what I picked up, you know what I mean? But I always try to see the best of things, you know what I mean? When I present things to people, I always, even if it's a messed up situation, I always try to present it in, like, a positive way. So I feel like I'm always the bad person because of my honesty. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't tolerate the BS. You know what I mean? And I'm most definitely not gonna let my friends get played. And I know my friends ain't gonna and is not gonna let me get played. So if I see something, I'm gonna tell them. So a lot of the husbands and boyfriends, they don't like me because they feel like I'm the one that is bringing reality to my friends. Which, bro, like I am. You're getting played. Like I'm gonna tell you, if he's full of games, he's full of games. So then that kind of ties in with the next thing I'm gonna say is that they get mad because they feel like I expose them, right? And that's true. So if I see something that's not right, or I see something or anything, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And you know what? That has got me into a lot of messed up situations. A lot of messed up situations because I'll say something about one of my friends' boyfriends and all that stuff, and then he'll get mad, and then she'll get mad at me because he got mad. I'm like, you know what? I'm not saying nothing about nobody's relationship. I'm not saying nothing about nothing. Don't ask me advice. Don't ask me what I think about this person. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me anything. And then I would never forget that one of my friends, she told me, she was like, my show, like my boyfriend told me that you're too dominant, and the way you are and everything and the advice that you give women, men don't like that because men like their women to be submissive, right? So I'm too dominant because I see past your BS. Oh, that makes me too dominant, and I'm not going to tolerate. Like this is what it is. If you're a man and you're manipulative, right, and you're about games and you're insecure, right, you're not gonna be able to handle a woman that's masculine. You're not gonna be able to handle a strong, independent woman, right? If you're that type of man and you fall in that category, you're not gonna appreciate a woman like me, okay? If you're a man that's well balanced, know who you are, confident, and you're not about games, you're gonna love you a masculine woman, a strong, independent woman like me. So it just depends on what type of man you are. And I tell my friends, he feels that way because he's a weak man. A weak man feels that way about a woman like me because we see through who they are. So if he wants to feel that way, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna change. That's not gonna change me. And then what will happen is that like I see something and I'll try to tell my friend. I'm like, bro, like this is not like he ain't it. He not it, right? I was like, he's not it. They'll get mad at me. I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him. They gonna pull some of that, and I'm like, all right, bro. He's not my man, so it does not matter. But let me tell you, give it a month or two, he's gonna be exposed. Then my friends will come back. You're right about what he said. You was, bro. I know the game. I know the game. A gamer knows a freaking game. I'm telling you. And a lot of men, bro, they cannot stand me, but they respect me though, because they know that I tell them, hey, right off the bat, you don't have to like me, bro, but you're going to respect me. Bottom line. So that respect was always there. But if they don't like me, that's cool, because I'm that friend that your husband, your boyfriend's going to love, or your husband, your boyfriend going to hate. That's it. You know what I mean? And then to go back to the love part, a lot of them love me because I'm the type to where I don't believe in divorce. Okay? I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in broken relationship, broken marriages. I don't believe in none of that stuff. So if I gotta give you the best advice that I possibly can, or if I gotta sit down with both of y'all to try to figure out what's gonna work, or sit down with him or sit down with her, then I'm gonna do that. Anyway, I really hope that this is a good video. But I just wanted to say, for those friends that are like me, okay? You're like me. You want the best for your friend. You're not going to lie to your friend. You're going to look out for your friend. And if you see a man, you're going to expose his tail. If he's not good for your friends, to people that are like that are like me, remain who you are, okay? Don't change, because later down the line, I know the truth hurts. Your friend's not going to want to hear nothing you got to say, okay? They may hate you. They may not like you. They may not want to talk to you because they feel like you're trying to destroy whatever they have, all different things like that. But listen, later down the line, they're gonna come back and they're gonna thank you. You get what I'm saying? Because you're looking out for their best interest. You don't want to see them hurt. You don't want to see them sad, and you want them to dodge bad men. Like sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, all of us have dealt with some dysfunctional, bad, toxic men. Okay. bad, I won't say that, because in my experience, anyone that I kind of dealt with, they're all really good people, so I'm not gonna say bad. But everybody has got caught up with somebody that they had no business with, okay? But I'm the type of friend that I have to learn that you have to let your friends learn on their own and learn the hard way, okay? Even if they're in like a relationship with like a chronic cheater, verbal abusive relationship, a physical abusive relationship, if they're with somebody that's on drugs, like anything, all you can do is just be supportive and be there for your friends. Sometimes your advice and your opinions is not always needed, and I have to learn that the hard way. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed night. I'm so happy that I was able to get this video, because my husband and my daughter kept walking back and forth, and I was like, come on, bro. Anyway, so I love you guys. Once again, put the Lord first. Make sure y'all say your prayers tonight. Love you guys. Goodbye.